Well, it's always a pleasure to be joined by our next guest here on GCR. We loved the years that he spent here in College Park, and we are so happy for him as he's now on a two-way deal with the Chicago Bulls. And last week, he got to make his NBA debut. He is the great Jahmir Young, and he's back with us now here on GCR. Jahmir, it's Glenn back in Baltimore. It's always great to catch up with you, man. Thank you for taking the time for us, and congratulations.
No, I appreciate it, man. And thanks for having me. Glad
Oh,
to be here. Glad to be able to talk to you again. So thanks for
dude, it's
having me.
always good to talk to you. I know your like dreams, your goals are bigger than like getting some minutes in one NBA game. Like I know that's true. But
Yeah,
everything that you've put in to this moment and the stops you made along the way, right? Like what did it mean to you to find out you were signing that deal and to get on the floor in an NBA game and know that you've done that? Like that box one is checked.
yeah. It's just more motivation. It's exciting. Just from my story, my journey, just leading up to this point. Just being able to see my family proud of me as well. Just it just means a lot. From where I've been at, and the growth that I've made. So for me, it's just more motivation to just keep going and trying to check off that next check mark.
No doubt. No doubt. Did you ever doubt it, Jahmir? Did you ever like just have I don't know if they're gonna let because you're not the biggest guy in the world. Did you ever have any doubts, or
Yeah.
did you always know have such confidence in yourself that no matter how hard the road was going to be, you were gonna be able to get there?
Yeah, early on, just doubting myself, just going through those stages, it's tough. But for me, I love the game, and deep down, I've always had confidence in myself, and I've thought that, I'm gonna find a way. God's gonna make a way for me. It might not be on my timing, but I just have to be patient and wait on my turn. So, for me, it's just believing in God and believing in the work that I put in.
Do you okay? So for the first, I know the first one like didn't go your guys' way. It was kind of like a mop-up spot. Do you save anything from that, or do you like you don't want to do that because again you want to use it as motivation to get there back? Do you like save your shoes or the jersey or anything like that from the first game?
No, no, I didn't. But I definitely remember what shoes I had on and what who we were playing the time that I got in. So it's something I'll never forget. But it's just still just use it as motivation.
What does it mean to you that the Bulls wanted you, Jahmir? Like what that they I know again, just whatever team it was gonna be, you were gonna be excited about it. But
Yeah.
that this was them seeing you, seeing what you were doing, recognizing it, and saying, we want that guy to be part of what we're doing. What did that part of that mean to you?
Uh, it felt good. Just knowing that somebody sees what I'm doing. We've played when I was with Grand Rapids. We played Windy City a couple times. We played. So I'm familiar with those guys, and um, it was it was more just me just knowing that the work is working. Just knowing
I
that
appreciate that.
whatever I'm doing, I need to keep doing because the work is going to pay off. And for them to just give me an opportunity, it was just a blessing. It was just another sign for me to just keep going.
Jahmir Young is with us here on GCR. He's back with the Windy City Bulls. Jahmir, if you could, the 2 years that you spent at Maryland, and we talked about how we all
Yeah.
know last year didn't go the way you wanted it to go from a team standpoint.
Hmm.
But the time that you spent coming back home, how critical do you feel like it was for you in getting to this point where you can become an NBA player?
Oh, it was very important. From playing at a mid major for 3 years, it was time for me to bet on myself and try to go into the lights and see if I could perform um, under that under that platform in front of the crowd, in front of my family and friends. So for me, um, that was a big jump that I had to do in order to get to this point. And I feel like I took full advantage of that.
The other cool thing about it being the Bulls, did you know Jalen Smith like at all? Had you had a conversation with him
Yeah.
at all before? Okay. What
Yeah,
was it
Jalen
like?
Smith and Kevin Huerter.
Right. So it's like there's like this Maryland thing that's happening
Yeah.
with the Bulls, right? What was it like kind of hooking up with those guys and the fact that it worked out that way, that there's this whole Maryland connection now with the Bulls.
Yeah, so me and Sticks, we played for the same AU program with Takeover. He was a year above me, of course, but we would practice together sometimes. We would scrimmage each other. So
Oh,
me and
that's cool.
Sticks go way back to about 16 U, 17 U. So
Wow.
it was good to see Sticks again. Then I've seen him, working out at Maryland. We also have the same trainer with Darren McClinton. So I see him often. I see him often in the gym. And then Herder, we had runs in College Park um, last summer. So it was good to see those guys again. And the Bulls, they must have a thing for Terps. No, I'm playing,
Right.
but
It's like I
yeah,
don't know
no, it was
what the
definitely good to
connection
see them.
is, man, but like there's this
It
whole
was
I guess
definitely
now Maryland fans are gonna have a new favorite NBA team moving forward. The way that they've been collecting you guys. It's been really cool. Jahmir, obviously we got to talk about the Terps, right?
good.
Wow, wow. I get. Let me start with Juju because
Yeah.
you know everything that he's been through the last couple of years, and it's been tough for him at times. And he's admitted like the frustration in the last couple of years. What does it mean to you to see him put everything together the way that he has this year to finish his collegiate story with this really special season?
Yeah, it means like just thinking about it, it means a lot and tells you a lot about his character. It's easy for guys nowadays to jump in a portal, go play elsewhere, whether that's for money or whether wherever the case may be. But for Juju, just seeing his growth, his development over the years, playing for multiple coaches, for him to be able to stay grounded, stay motivated, and now him being the leader of this you know really good Terps team. It means a lot. It shows a lot about him and who he is as a person.
I mean, it's one of my favorite stories ever, right? Like, it's just so cool. And I just like that guy so much that it's special to
Yeah.
see. Did you get to know any of the other guys like at all? Did you have any off-season workouts with them? Like, did you have any idea of like how good this group was going to be able to be together?
Yeah, they have a lot of talented guys. They have a lot of you know veteran guys as well, guys who played multiple games in college. So I went to a practice. I went to one practice before the season started while I had some time at home, and just seeing the way they competed against each other, and how seriously they took every possession. They didn't take any possessions off, and they're a defensive-minded group. So it's a hungry team, a well put together team. So I knew they were going to be special from the start.
I mean, it's incredible to see what they're doing right. And I know you've got your own basketball to worry about, and you're playing most
Yeah.
nights. So I know you don't have,
Yeah.
but
Keep it
like,
up. Yeah. Keep it up.
did, do you start to buy into the idea that like this team really can do something incredible in March?
Yeah, for sure. Just keeping up with them on social media. They keep jumping up in the rankings. They keep going on, win streaks, and their offense is clicking. Everybody's contributing as well. So it's the ball is spreading around. Everybody's getting love. So, um, and the chemistry seems to be on, the best level. So, I'm not surprised at all.
It was funny. I remember talking to Jacoby before the season, and he said that like part of the reason why he wanted to be at Maryland was because of you.
Yeah.
And seeing what you were able to do playing for Kevin Willard. And we know Maryland's got this like legacy of like point
Hmm.
guards, right? Like with
Yeah.
Cowan and Trimble and those guys. Is Maryland now like officially point guard you? Is that what we call it moving
I
forward?
think so. I think so. I
Is
think
there
so.
something about it? Like why do point guards thrive so much at Maryland?
um, it's a ton of credit to the crowd, the atmosphere, but it's big. It's big. Kudos to Kevin Willard. I mean, what he's put together, how he runs his offense, and gives his players confidence to go out there and play their game.
I mean I think it's awesome to see. Can you and I know we got to let you go here in a minute, Jahmir, but like I don't think I'd noticed before this year how good Maryland teams seem to be out of timeouts under Kevin Willard. Like this year, it's
Hmm.
been crazy. I feel like every timeout, the ATO play has turned into points. Like I don't know, I don't have the math in front of me, but what is it about Kevin Willard teams coming out of timeouts that makes them so good?
So it starts in practice. You know, he emphasizes the importance of execution at a timeouts, how every possession matters. So he has all those guys locked in from jump ball to the final buzzer. So we drill it in practice. I mean, we used to drill it in practice. I'm sure he still does it now. And yeah, so I'm sure that's what it is.
It's cool. All right, so the important question, we know you're a Maryland guy at heart, and of course a little bit of time down in Charlotte. Have you gotten into like the deep dish pizza scene since you've been out in the Midwest yet?
No, I haven't. I have not,
Man,
unfortunately.
have you ever had it? Like it'll blow your mind because you're looking at it like, what is this? Is this like a casserole?
Yeah.
And then you realize it's
Hmm.
actually delicious. Like it's really good.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't. I haven't yet. Just being on
All
the
right.
two-way contract, I've been so busy flying
Yeah, you haven't had
everywhere,
a lot of time.
back and
I get
forth.
that.
But
I
it's
understand,
definitely on
man.
my bucket list. It's definitely on
Uh,
my bucket list.
Jahmir, we're just so happy for you, dude. Seriously, we are so grateful for the time that we got to watch, and I'm telling you, we need to get you on the full contract so that we can have you come play a game here in DC because my kids are bugging me about coming to watch you play. They want to make sure that that happens. Congratulations,
Yeah.
man. Seriously,
Nah,
it's awesome to
appreciate
see
it,
you
man. And
thrive. Thank
tell
you.
them I said hello too.
Oh my God, you're gonna make their day. Jahmir, thank you, dude. Thank you for
Yeah.
hopping on.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.